Good evening.
Good evening.
It was Onam festival. I was making pookalam in my house. There was absolutely no one in the house. Mummy and Dad had gone to the office. Pookalams are floral arrangements that we do for the Onam festival. And that's when I thought I felt someone behind me. I looked back to see an old man. He was not from our neighborhood. I thought for a bit before I got up to check who he could be. But by then he had simply vanished. That's when I remembered my grandmother's stories. The story of Mahabali. Was it him? Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and good evening. I will be talking about Onam and my unique experience with Mahabali. This is a festival which has great memories connected with it. Since childhood in Mumbai, we used to live in a Malayali community. During Onam season, all my grandmother's friends would come to our house and plan for Kaikutti Kali. This is a simple dance which has the group going in a circle. It has a great bonding which comes out of it. It is wonderful to see my aunties and cousins all dressed in white sarees, clapping their hands and tapping their feet and going around the land. It was a sight to see. At this time, I would go up to the terrace and watch them. From there, the dancers looked like the petals of a white flower, blooming and curling again, from bud to flower to bud. It was really nice. Onam is all about food. For breakfast, we will have plantains, bananas boiled with papura. I know, it sounds very weird combination, but believe me, it's very delicious. Lunch will have curries like olan, pachadi, sambar and paisams. Non-vegetarian is a strict no-no. We will eat the food of the plantain leaf and each dish has its own space in the plantain leaf. Together they form a beautiful design. We had to follow certain rules and it ended with the paisam being swiped off the leaf with relish. Guests and relatives would pour into our house. Uncles and aunties and cousins and friends. Some of them are my age and we would play continuously. My grandmother would tell me the myth of Mahabali. Mahabali was a great king but a tyrant. So Lord Vishnu came in the garb of a dwarf and asked for 3 lengths of land which he could measure with his foot. But those 3 steps proved to be bigger than the earth itself. So Mahabali was defeated and sent to Netherworld. All he asked was that he be allowed to visit his land once a year, and that's when Onam is celebrated, to welcome the king. It's a nice myth, no? We kids would dress up like Mahabali and enact the story. It was all fun, but everyone wanted to be Lord Vishnu and not Mahabali. But I sympathized and secretly wished that Mahabali would come to our house. In Bangalore, I feel lonely during such festivals. Usually we go to Kerala to celebrate it, but this time I have my exams, so we decided not to go there. Mummy had cooked all the relishing dishes and also invited some of my cousins who live in Bangalore. But I missed all the festivity which we had in Mumbai. It was so fun there. I wanted to make the pookalams or the floral arrangements, so Mummy and I went to the market and bought flowers of various colors. First, I drew the outline with the chalk and then put the petals of a flower to give it a texture. And that's when I saw him, the old man. He was big and elegant. He was strangely dressed in a sparkling white dhoti and did not wear a shirt. But he did have some golden ornaments on him, and he looked really nice. When I looked at him, he smiled at me, his teeth sparkling like diamonds. I got up to get a better view, but he was not there. He moved away. I looked around, but he had simply vanished, like a wisp of smoke. How can anyone just go like that? Strangely, I did not feel afraid. When Mummy came back home, I told her about the story, but she laughed, saying that it would be one of the visitors visiting our neighbors. but I was pretty sure it was him. I know he comes to meet children in Kerala in various garbs. He's like the Santa Claus in Kerala. It might be a story or a myth, but I want this to be true as long as I can believe in it. Thank you.